Ruskin Bond is a famous writer known to everyone. He is an Indian author of British descent. At present, he lives with his adopted family in Mussoorie, India. He was born on 19th May 1934 in Kasauli, Punjab State Agency, British India. He did his schooling from Bishop Cotton School in Shimla, from where he graduated in 1950. He won several writing competitions in the school, including the Irwin Divinity Prize and the Haley Literature Prize. He wrote one of his first short stories, Untouchable, at the age of 16 in 1951. Following his high school education, he went to his aunt's home in UK in 1951 for better prospects and stayed there for 2 years. In London, he started writing his first novel, The Room on the Roof, the semi-autobiographical story of the orphaned Anglo-Indian boy named Rusty. He did various jobs for a living. For instance, he worked in a photo studio in London. He worked for a few years freelancing from Delhi and Dehradun. He sustained himself financially by writing short stories and poems for newspapers and magazines. Asked what he likes the most about his life, he said, "I have been able to write for so long. I started at the age of 17 or 18 and I am still writing." In his essay on being an Indian, he explains his Indian identity. Race did not make me one. Religion did not make me one. But history did. And in the long run, it's history that counts. Most of his works are influenced by life in the hill stations at the foothills of the Himalayas, where he spent his childhood. On writing for children, he said, "I had a pretty lonely childhood and it helps me to understand a child better." He considers himself a visual writer because for short stories, he first imagines it like a film and then notes it down. The Indian Council for Child Education has recognized his role in the growth of children's literature in India. He was awarded the Sahitya Akademi Award in 1992 for Our Trees Still Grow in Dehra, his novel in English. He was awarded the Padma Shri in 1999 and the Padma Bhushan in 2014. Some of his works that have been made into films are A Flight of Pigeons, The Blue Umbrella, and Susanna's 7 Husbands. Many of his stories have been made a part of school syllabi in India. Hope you have got some ideas about the author. Now, introduction to the story. The story, The Adventures of Toto, is an amusing story by Ruskin Bond, highlighting the antics of a mischievous monkey. The theme of the story is humorous. Students, when you will read the story, you will find it very funny. It's very interesting. The narrator's grandfather was fond of animals. So one day he bought a baby monkey from a Tonga driver and named it Toto. Tonga driver is a person who drives a carriage that's pulled by horses. Have you ever had a baby monkey as a pet? The narrator's grandfather already had several animals, big and small, kept in his private zoo as his pets. Only that he did not have a monkey. So he loved Toto too much. Through the story, we will come to know more about Toto and his activities. In fact, this story describes the pranks played by the monkey in an interesting way. We will come to know how he grew mischievous and began to create trouble. Let's read the story and find out about his acceptance in the family and what ultimately happened to him in the end.